Hi everyone! Welcome back to Ann Design Craft channel. If you had fun making the cute reindeer in our last tutorial, you're in for a treat today. We'll be using the same base pattern, but giving it a festive makeover to create a classic crochet Santa. With his bright red suit, fluffy white beard, and cheerful vibe, he's the perfect addition to your holiday crochet collection. I'll show you how to adapt the pattern step by step, so grab your yarn and hook, and let's make some Christmas magic together. Here are the tools you'll need for this video: 4-ply cotton yarn, a 3mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a needle, and a tool for stuffing. All right, let's get started and crochet our jolly Santa. To begin, we'll start crocheting Santa's head using beige yarn. However, for better visibility in the video, I'll be using brown yarn so you can easily follow along with each stitch. Make a knot in a magic ring and make 6 single crochets in it. Here, I recommend using the X stitch rather than the V stitch so that your crochet will not slant to the right. Then, make a slip stitch in the first stitch to end the round. Then chain 1 to start the next round. You need to repeat this at the end and start of every round to keep things nice and neat. In round 1, make an increase in every stitch until the end. You should have a total of 12 stitches. When you finish a round, make sure to do a slip stitch in the first stitch to close it off, then chain 1 to start the next round. You need to repeat this at the end and start of every round to keep things nice and neat. In round 2, do 1 single crochet. And 1 increase. Repeat 6 times, total 18 stitches. In rounds 3 to 7, follow the written pattern. In rounds 8 to 13, single crochet in every stitches until end. You should have total 48 stitches. In round 14, make 1 increase. and followed by 7 single crochets. And repeat this sequence 6 times. You should have a total of 54 stitches. In round 15 to 17, single crochet in every stitch till end. In round 18, do 1 decrease. To do the invisible decrease, insert the hook from the front into the front loop of the next 2 stitches. Yarn over and pull the yarn through both front loops, so you now have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over once more and pull through both loops on your hook. This technique creates a neater decrease without the usual gap, and follow by 7 single crochet. Repeat this sequences 6 times. You should have total 48 stitches. In the following round, just follow the written pattern. Next, we crochet the beard. Start with 24 chains. In row 1, start with 1 chain. Then do single crochet in the back bump in every stitch. In row 2, we'll start by chaining 1 and turning the piece. Then, we'll work in the front loop only for this row. Begin with 1 single crochet, followed by 1 increase. Next, crochet 20 single crochet. For the last 2 stitches, make 1 increase and finish with 1 single crochet. In row 3, start by chaining 1 and turning the piece. Then, we'll work crochet 26 single crochets in the back loop only. In the follow row, just follow the written pattern. After completing the base of the beard, let's add some texture to give it that fluffy, Santa-like look. Start by chaining 4, then make a slip stitch in either the front loop only or the back loop only. Keep repeating this pattern. Chain 4 and slip stitch into the next single loop on the beard. Continue this process until you've worked through all the loops. Once you finish one row of the beard texture, there's no need to cut the yarn. Simply continue by chaining 4 and making slip stitches into the next row of loops. This way, the texture flows seamlessly as you move row by row. Once completed, the beard will look like this, full of soft, textured loops that perfectly capture Santa's iconic fluffy beard. For the nose, we'll keep it simple. Start with 6 single crochets in a magic ring. Then, follow the written pattern to shape and complete the nose. For Santa's hat, we'll start with 6 single crochets in a magic ring. Next, work 1 round with the same 6 stitches. After that, increase by 3 stitches in the following round. Repeat this step, adding 3 stitches per 2 round, to gradually form the triangle shape of Santa's iconic hat. In round 29, switch to white yarn and do 54 single crochet. In round 30, do 54 single crochet in back loop only. Next, we'll add some texture to the hat, just like we did with the beard. Chain 4 and make a slip stitch in every front loop only. Repeat this until you've textured the entire round, giving the hat that cozy, fluffy look. After completing the textured rounds, this is what the Santa hat will look like. Remember to add a white ball on top of the hat. Here's the pattern, or you can make a pom-pom to top it off instead. Fill the head with some polyester fiber until it's firm. This will make it easier for you to place and sew the beard and nose onto the head, ensuring they stay in place nicely. For the beard, position it so that the short part, where row 1 is at the top, and the longer part, where row 6 is at the bottom. This will give the beard a natural, layered look when you attach it to the head. Sew the nose on around round 14. Sew the beard below the nose, using the nose as the center guide for positioning. This will help keep the beard symmetrical and ensure it's placed perfectly on Santa's face. Embroider the eyes with brown yarn, or if you prefer, you can use eye beads for a more dimensional look. Both options will give Santa his cheerful expression. And that wraps up part 1 of our Santa crochet tutorial. You've done an amazing job creating Santa's head, and I hope you're excited to continue with the body in part 2. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you won't miss the next part of the tutorial. Happy crocheting, and I'll see you in the next video.